Today I quit. I quit doing things that didn't work for me anymore. I quit working with a client that I had outgrown. I quit taking on a commitment that no longer served me. Quitting doesn't have to be a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you gave up. It just means that something you decided upon in the past, something that at that moment worked for you, no longer works. It's just not the right fit anymore. Just like when your feet are growing as a child and you have to quit wearing a certain size shoe and move up to the next shoe, doesn't mean that's a problem. Doesn't mean anything is wrong. You're just growing. You're ready for that new shoe. As adults, we tend to think of quitting, of changing as a problem, that we haven't kept our commitment, that something's not right, that we should stay with it. This was the decision we made and we need to power on through. But I'm here today to challenge you that it doesn't have to be that way. Quitting can just be the relief that you need. Quitting can allow you to be brave and approach something differently. So today I stopped working with a client that I've worked with for over a year, and it's been a great relationship. But things have changed for me. My goals have changed and my dynamics, that in areas that I want to continue to pursue and grow into, this client is back where I was almost 2 years ago. My goals and my perspective changed over the last 2 years. So holding on to that client who I signed up with almost 2 years ago and looking at where we were then, that's not where I am today. And so I'm having resistance wanting to do the activities and wanting to work with this client in this way that I said yes to back then, but today I definitely wouldn't say yes to. So it's not serving me and it's not serving her in her best interest for me to continue that relationship. So yeah, I quit today. And that feels good. That feels authentic to who I am, who I'm continuing to become. It's an evolution process, your life, your career, the things that you choose to do. But when you think it's just, I just got to that one spot, I made this one choice, and now I'm going to stick with it from here on out, it really traps you in. That's where you start to feel so much restriction to the way you're showing up in life, how your career feels, the choices you've made, because it was based on who you were then and not who you are now. If they're feeling that at all, it might be time for you to evaluate and see if you're ready for a change, if it's time for you to quit something. Do you see that? Quitting doesn't have to be a bad thing if you come at it from that perspective, because it's releasing you. It's allowing you to step into the next phase of your life. Do you understand what's going on in your life right now? Are you in touch with all the different things that you have? In your personal life, in your professional life, and things that you still are wanting to take on. When you start to weigh all those options and look at everything that you have going on, is there anything that just doesn't feel right? And it feels like that shoe that's too small. It's time for you to move to the next size. It's time for you to take on the next thing. If you're brave enough to release it and let it go, accept it as a part of the past and see that it doesn't have to necessarily define your future. There's a lot of excitement and energy that might come out of that. You might be calling it a little bit of nervousness and fear and hesitation. I like to lean into it and say, you know what? It's okay if I feel that way. I do. On the other side of that, I feel so much relief in letting it go and processing the new, and it just like, it's okay. It's gone. It doesn't serve me anymore. I can move into the next thing, and I'm good with that. How can you be good with your decisions? You want to stay where you're at? That's cool. As long as you like your reasons, you know why it works for you. But if you're ready to look at the next thing, to consider the next option, you need help processing that, I'm always here for you. We can do one-on-one coaching and talk it through, get you to where you need to be, start to see how it's the brave option for you to move into your future rather than let your past dictate and tell you where you're going. You get to decide that, not your past. And a part of that is knowing when it's time to let go. Reach out to me if you'd like help in talking about that. Have a great day.